Moving things with your thoughts is featured in a bunch of books and comic books and movies, but can it actually be done? Hey guys, Trace here, breaking it down for DNews today. Earlier this week, a video made by Sony went viral. It's a market integration with the remake of the movie Carrie. If you haven't heard about it, it's a movie remake of a movie based on a book by Stephen King about a girl who discovers she has telekinetic powers and decides to ravage those who tease her at school. The problem is she doesn't just make books fall off the shelves, she does some really horrific stuff. We decided to ask the question, can this really happen? Has it really happened? To answer that, I had to learn what telekinesis is. In pop culture, it mainly involves moving things only with your thoughts. But the word telekinesis was coined by a publisher in the 1890s and just means remote movement. Those stories already existed of the mental version even before that. It's also called psychokinesis. Commonly, PK would appear in seances as psychic mediums summoned the spirits from the beyond. The spirits would cause tables to topple, things to float in midair, and weird things to appear. But it was all trickery. Wires lifted and pulled props, while black-clad assistants tiptoed around in the dark, carrying stuff. Not unlike some stage shows do it today. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, famous magician Harry Houdini further explored and exposed these hoaxers and their methods in a book written entirely on the topic. From then into the late 20th century, science began to study psychokinesis, removing it even more from the realm of probability. One study at the University of Bath in England explored whether children could bend spoons with their minds, and at first results were promising. Spoons were actually bending, but then the cameras caught the kids bending the utensils when they thought no one was looking, so decidedly mundane. Cameras really changed the tales of psychokinesis. I mean, into the 2000s, we still have magicians who appear to levitate and move things with their minds and the like, but they're all tricks and illusions. Willing participants partnered with magicians and clever camera angles can accomplish many different things. We walk around with cameras in our pockets all the time, and no one's ever captured telekinesis, not once ever. What? Many people continue to believe the idea of telekinesis because of the myth that we only use 10% of our brains, and that telekinetics are using more, or that normally inactive regions of the brain become activated and for some reason, boom! Spoons bending left and right. Sadly for some, there is no hidden unused part of the brain laying in wait to give us superpowers. There are no spiritual floating vases or moving crystal balls. Anthony talked about it recently. We use 100% of our brains. I do have to say that that amazing viral video shows what we would do if that actually happened in a coffee shop in New York City. It turns out we film it with our phones and drop our bagels, which is pretty awesome. So what do you think? Is there anything that science can't ruin for you? Tell us your thoughts in the comments, and we will see you next time on DNews.